Hello, and welcome to All Things Good. I'm your friendly neighborhood recruiter, and I will be helping you today in making your resume. Resumes are needed by anyone who's looking to apply for a job for the first time, looking to get into the corporate world, or any world for that matter, looking for a job, or anyone who's looking to switch from an existing job. You may be feeling stuck in your current job or maybe needing directions. So, this is the right video for you to help you understand how to make your resume more appealing and make this process stress free for you. So, let's get started. Let's not forget, before we proceed, everyone starts somewhere, and sometimes all you need is a foot in the door. I have been a recruiter for almost a decade now. I have interviewed more than 1,000 candidates for many different roles, right from campus hiring to corporate senior leadership hiring. I see a simple rookie mistake in almost all resumes. Firstly, people send the same resume for all types of jobs, and that gets the chances of selections much lower. Why this happens is every job, although two jobs may have the same title, be it, let's say, an analyst, but one analyst's role may be simply dashboarding. However, the other analyst's role may also be stakeholder management. Keep it in mind that I'm giving you a very simple example to make you understand. But that does not mean that an analyst's job only involves them in their role to analyze or to simply manage stakeholders. Sometimes it is much bigger than that. But just to give you an example, so what I'm trying to say here is your CV or resume needs to be perfectly curated for the job that you are applying for. How you can do this is you can look at the job description, look at the keywords that they have asked you to or they are looking for. And what you can do is with these keywords, you can mention these keywords on your resume. It could be a tool simply like SQL, Python, Excel. So make sure these are mentioned in your resume. If there are certain specific skills like team management, make sure that is mentioned in your resume. Moving on. Weak bullet points. Now, what does this mean? You mention stuff like you have been responsible for managing data. Now, what kind of data? This simple line that you were responsible for managing data does not give anybody any idea of what sort of data you've managed. How you can improve this is you can specify that you've analyzed over 10,000 records to improve reporting accuracy by 30%. What this does is it also shows the numbers that you have invested in and what has been the impact of these numbers. This is just one example. You can take this example and apply it for all your job responsibilities. Moving on. I have also seen resumes, and I've also made this mistake early in my career where I crowded my resume with too many colors, icons, graphics, and fancy layouts. To keep it simple and to fix this, what you need to do is you need to keep your resume maximum to a one-pager. If needed, go to a two-pager resume. Make sure the font is readable, colors should be minimal, and the layout should be completely structured. You can use Canva for sample templates, and Canva also has some free templates that you can download. So please use that. Mentioning your skills on the resume. At times, what candidates do is that they will mention all the skills that are mentioned in the job description just to get their foot into the door. And this does get their foot into the door, but they also get stuck when it comes time for their interview. And they're not able to prove themselves. What this does is this does not create a good impression about you as a candidate. The company will remember you, the recruiters in that team will remember you, and your CV may end up getting blocked or blacklisted. So make sure you mention only things that you can prove and have actually worked on, something that you have built by yourself, tools that you can talk about. Remember, honesty always wins the interviewer, not boasting something that is fake and untrue. This is another mistake that I see a lot of candidates doing, be it freshers or people with decades of experience. They keep their resume very, very, very long. That is not something that is favored by any of the person looking at your resume. This can be a fresher, and this is also somebody who comes with decades of experience. I know you've managed a lot of responsibilities in your role, but it is important to know that you only have a window of 10 to 20 seconds. And in these 10 to 20 seconds, the person looking at the resume, be it a recruiter or a business manager who's the interviewer for this role, will decide whether they want to continue with your candidature or not. So, how do you fix this? Make sure your responsibilities are mentioned in short, should be clear, impact driven, like we saw previously, and should be skimmable in 5 seconds. Your CV should be such that it should be a one pager CV highlighting only the things that matter for the role that you're applying for, should be clear and should show impact. For example, let's say if you're a recruiter, you can mention that you have completed campus recruitment, onboarding over 20 analysts in one cycle and over 30 sales freshers in another cycle. So what this does, this is just an example. ChatGPT or Claude AI tools like that can help you make this sound much better. But what this does is shows the impact that you've had in your role. As I was talking about using AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude, Canva can all help you design templates. And so ChatGPT and Claude, what they can do is they can help you polish the content of your job descriptions or polish the resume based on the job descriptions. And Canva, you can use this for templates of the resumes. All three, Claude, ChatGPT, and Canva, have free options. ChatGPT and Canva, out of these three, are the better options. So you can use these. Another thing that you can do while you are upgrading your resume, you can copy this AI prompt. Rewrite my resume to be ATS-friendly with strong action verbs and measurable impact. This makes your job even easier because ATS, or an applicant tracking system, will look at keywords and end up recommending those resumes which are more relevant to the role that a company is hiring for. So what this does is you can select the job description for the role that you're applying for and upload your CV and ask any AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude to update the content of your resume accordingly. Update your resume and only then apply. This increases your chances of getting your foot into the door. Getting your foot into the door. I need AI in my brain. So this increases your chances of getting your foot into the door. Also, your resume is not a bio. It is a sales document for your skills. It does not need to be your whole story, your entire address, every single thing that you ended up doing in your role, day-to-day responsibilities. No, that does not matter. It only needs to be a quick bio. If it is not readable in 10 seconds, it will get skipped. I see a lot of the market blaming recruiters, saying the recruiters only look at resumes for 5 seconds and then they dump it. It's not just recruiters. Let me give you a reality check. It's everybody in the business, be it the CEO, be it the business manager that you're talking about, anyone who is interviewing you will not spend more than 10 seconds on your resume. That's why you should highlight only the things that are important in the role that you're applying for. Finally, just to sum up what we've discussed, customize the JD, which is make sure you apply using the job description. Update your resume in such a way that your responsibilities reflect exactly what the organization is looking for. Show impact with numbers. Don't just keep mentioning vague responsibilities. Show what your responsibilities and your work has impacted the organization with. Keep it simple. Don't keep it too long. Be honest. Make sure you don't add any fake skills or something that you cannot prove. Use AI smartly. Like I mentioned, you can generate your entire resume using AI tools for free. That's all for today. We will be coming up with some other aspects in our next video in this series shortly. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Have a good day.